Okay, hello and welcome to our lesson for AP. My name is Res Flores and let's get started. So, before we begin our lesson, we're basically going to be talking about geography. Geography is the study of places or basically places, locations, and something something culture something something this and that, just anything related to people grouping together and interacting with our environment on the earth. Now geography has five themes. Location location is your place in the world. Now now location actually, you can find it by two ways, either by relative location. Think about it this way: Alan, you don't know where Alan is. So, you don't know where he is. So, you compare him to other places, which is why it's called relative. Alan is below Becky, or Alan is just the west of a Camellia, something something, and then Adam is right above Denise. Yep. That's basically how you find a relative location. However, if you want to find an absolute location, you are going to need to use the longitude latitude system. In which case, let's borrow this map for a bit. Right? Okay. So basically, here's the longitude latitude system. Now, if you get y, the y-axis or the longitude, and then the x-axis for latitude, you're basically going to cross them. Cross them. For example, the point on the line on over here must interconnect with the lines over there. This is and then wherever they will point, that's going to be location. On what point they intersect, that's gonna be a location. Look at this, for example. We took Kazakhstan as an example. So, in order to find the absolute location of Kazakhstan, we're going to use this X point. Yeah, it crossed Kazakhstan. And then at the same time, you will go to the Y point, or the Y axis or the longitude, and then find another line that also crosses with Kazakhstan. In which case, we found one, 2, 3, 4, and 2. Okay. Now, they aren't actually called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but they're just there for example's sake. So, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 2, 4. They're basically okay. So as I was saying, you are basically going to interconnect the x-axis and the y-axis, or latitude and longitude, and then you are going to have to find a point where they intersect in order to find the absolute location of this area. So after that, comes region. Now, region is basically the classification of places where you're going to group them together based on their traits and known qualities, something something like distinct races, or like history. Let's say, for example, the Philippines. Now, the Philippines is rich in history and culture, but within this Philippine country region, there are also three states, or three parts of the Philippines, three largest islands of the Philippines, which is Luzon, Visayas, and then Mindanao. And then within these three islands, there are also separated by region 1, region 2, region 3, region 4, region 5, region 6, which is grouped based on ethnicity. So, are we getting it now? Okay. So that's basically a place. region. Place places is basically landmarks that are exclusive, geographic features or landmarks that is exclusive to your country or something. Let's say for example, within America, exclusive to you is the Andes Mountains or like the Oregon Trail or the Dakota Mississippi River or something. Liberty, Disneyland. Yeah, that's place. Last two are also very easy. Interaction of environment and man. It's basically the relationship between the people and the place they live in. Let's say, for example, let's say, for example, oh God, I'm gonna land. Okay. Now let's say, for example, this is Australia. There's a city called Coober Pedy, and then they're known for opal mines. So we can tell from this reputation that Coober Pedy's residents and the relationship with the city is uh, is opal mining because that's their relationship. So what I'm trying to say is that basically is that basically this is the relationship of the people and the environment they live in. And in the movement of people, that's just Brazil goes to Africa, Africa goes to Brazil. Like migration. Yeah. The the same way how a lot of British people gave birth to United States as a colony, something like that. So that's the five themes of geography. So now let's talk about okay. So now let's talk about the four layers of the earth or three, whatever. Who's counting? The crust is the outer layer or like the shell of an egg. The mantle is the second layer. This is also the largest and it's full of liquid rocks. And then the core, there's two parts, inner layer, outer layer. It's basically inner or outer layer in the magma. Yeah, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? It's just that. How to be pretty stupid to fail this part. Unless you're a fourth grader, in which case, good luck. So this is the layers of the earth. These, however, are the climate of the earth. Now, equator is your basis, okay? Equator is basically the 0 degree of the x-axis or the longitude. So here's the deal. Arctic is at the top because they receive minimal sunlight. Like how Andes and stuff. Yeah, and then it's full of snow because they receive minimal sunlight. And then temperate region is basically the area where temperate area is basically the place where it's not too hot, it's not too cold. They have snow, and then at the same time they have summer. Tropical area is where the equator is near. They have no snow because it's pretty hot there, and most of the light is concentrated also there. Because the sun. Here's a better here's a better illustration. Within the sun and the earth, the places within the top get minimal sunlight. Places on the temperate area get temperate sunlight, which is kind of fair. That's why it's called temperate. And then people at the tropical area get the hottest temperature. Like, damn, very, very hot. There's not even snow in here. So, yes, that's basically that. And then for our last part, yeah, I still haven't explained this. The reason why these parts are curvy is because it's actually a globe. that was flattened, and because of that, it made curves because you can't accurately project a straight line longitude latitude in a circle all the way to a rectangle. That's not how it works. Anyways, wait. Let me just grab this for a bit. Yep, there we go. Successful. Okay, now here are the seven continents. Let's start. Asia has many people. Asia contains the country with the largest. Asia contains the area with the largest landmass, which is Russia, and then they have two of the most densely populated. No, no, not densely populated. Two of the most populated countries in the world, which is China and India, and within those. And then within the continent, three of the world's oldest civilizations also originated in Asia, which is in Sumeria, India, and then China. India, or you can call them Dravidians, and this one, the Chinese. But yeah, Europe, however, is one of the big dogs of human history. Whenever you hear a country that colonized you in your country's history, let's say for example, United Kingdom, they colonized India, they colonized this, they colonized that, they even colonized the United States, and almost everything here it's probably from the Europe. Now, Europe had a very strong influence on human history, especially in Greece, Rome, and then like spreading the roots all the way to Turkey, Iran, and then all the way to India and Russia. So yes, they're very influential. If you want an influential country, it's probably in Europe. That's your reminder. I don't want to be racist, but South America, it's made up of mostly made up of third world countries like Argentina, also Brazil, and Chile, who ate everyone's coastline, and then uh, and then what else? Yeah, it's also home to the Amazon rainforest, the Amazon River, and Brazil. Brazil is one of largest countries in the world. Yeah, and then right above it is North America. It's not very relevant except for the fact that the United States is there and it forms the COM zone, which means Canada, USA, and then Mexico. So yes, that's basically it. And then Africa, place with very unique names like Egypt. Wait, let me align it properly first. So if you see over here, this is the African region. Now if you hear a unique name, let's say for example, Nigeria, Chad, Egypt, they're one of the more notable names in the African region. If you hear them, it's probably on Africa. Whenever you hear like a desert, or like starving people, it's probably on Africa, unfortunately, because they are part of the Saharan area. Yeah, this basically the Sahara. Let me mark it for you. This is the Sahara, I think, and then this place is called Sub-Sahara, and everything below it is called Sub. Last but not least, Antarctica and Australia, they're both not very notable. Antarctica is just full of ice. There's no people living in there. And then Australia, Australia is full of unique wildlife and most importantly, opal mining and oil reserves on their coast. They also like to have a monopoly on stuff and oppressing their natives and aborigines. So aside from that, Australia is actually a relatively low-key area. They also, I believe, they all within that continent. They also count the the Polynesian Islands, but that's another area that we'll discuss. But in the end, those are just the areas you need to remember. So that's it for our lesson and topic on our AP lesson, AP or social studies about location and geography. And that's it. Thank you and goodbye.